Welcome into SmackDown. We are hours away from Survivor Series, but tonight on the go-home episode of SmackDown, we're going to kick things off with Ludwig Kaiser, who will be in action this week, taking on Nathan Frazer. Also tonight, we will see the two teams that will be representing WWE in the two traditional Survivor Series elimination tag matches. They will meet head-to-head here on SmackDown to kind of get in one last bit of work before they take on their WCW counterparts. We'll also run down the final card for Survivor Series. And before the night is up, we will hear from the captain of Team WWE, The Rock, the High Chief, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, as he makes his final address to the WWE Universe before he leads his bloodline into War Games as they take on the team from WCW, captained by WCW World Champion Cody Rhodes, WCW United States Champion Jey Uso, R-Truth, and AJ Styles. AJ finally agreeing to join Team WCW on this week's Thunder, but it came with a pretty big condition. He wants a rematch against Cody Rhodes at Starrcade in a no disqualification match. We'll see what Cody thinks about that. But AJ's on the team, so we're assuming that Cody is willing to give AJ a rematch after the very controversial finish to their match back at Halloween Havoc. Now Frazer in the driver's seat. Goes back to the second turnbuckle. Again, but misses. It does not look good for Nathan Frazer. Referee finally getting in position. Ludwig Kaiser with the win. Wait a minute. That's CM Punk's music. That is probably not going to be good for Ludwig Kaiser as Punk comes through the crowd. We saw last week on Raw Kaiser helping Gunther defeat CM Punk with the help of a steel chair, and then he got in on a little bit of the action himself. And now Punk coming for his pound of flesh. Next up, we've got an 8-man tag match with the two teams representing WWE in the two traditional Survivor Series elimination tag matches. On one side, Karrion Kross, Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, and Gunther. They will be taking on Seth Freakin Rollins, Braun Strowman, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. Oh, big boot there from Kross. Now, the way that Survivor Series works here in the Open Mic universe, if you are new to our universe, Survivor Series is the one time that it is brand versus brand, WWE versus WCW. There are 4 total matches on the Survivor Series card. We've got a women's War Games match. We've got 2 traditional Survivor Series elimination tag matches. Those 3 matches are essentially a best of 3. And whatever brand wins that best 2 out of 3 of those 3 matches, they earn for their brand the man advantage in the main event, which is the men's War Games match. So then when you go to the main event, you go to the men's War Games match. What is on the line in that one is the ultimate prize for each of these brands. The winning team, for their brand, for their company, they earn the final 4 spots in the upcoming Royal Rumble. Now, that doesn't mean that it's the 4 competitors that are in the War Games. It's still a random draw, but the final 4 competitors in the Royal Rumble will come from the winning brand. Also on the line, the winning brand gets to main event Night 2 of WrestleMania. And then the final prize, the winning brand gets the first pick in next year's draft. Only a 2 there from Gunther. So there's a lot on the line here. Not only do you get the bragging rights for the next year for your brand, but it could potentially open up an opportunity if you were on the winning brand to maybe get one of those 4 coveted spots 27 through 30 in the Royal Rumble. Let's say you win the Royal Rumble, you could challenge for your brand's world title in the most coveted spot of WrestleMania, Night 2 main event. And then it really sets up the next year when you talk about the first overall pick going to the winning brand. Year 1 at Survivor Series, it was WWE who won Survivor Series. At the Royal Rumble, it was actually a WCW superstar who won that one. The main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania was Roman and Cody for the WWE World title. And then the first pick in that year's draft was the Bloodline, the original Bloodline. Then last year we saw WCW win Survivor Series. It was actually a WWE superstar who won the Rumble and went on to main event. It was actually LA Knight who went on to defeat Roman Reigns for the WWE World title. And then the first pick in last year's draft for WCW was Cody Rhodes, who brought Cody back to WCW after originally starting in WCW at the very start of our universe. Breaker has his pinfall broken up by Braun Strowman. Damian Priest with a razor's edge to Seth Freakin Rollins. And somehow Rollins able to get his shoulder up. And now Priest going back to the well again with a second razor's edge. Hooks the leg one more time. And that will do it. Damian Priest, Braun Breaker, Gunther, and Karrion Kross pick up the win. They will look to carry that momentum into Survivor Series. Now let's run through the final card for this year's Survivor Series. In the first elimination tag match, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, Sheamus, and Braun Strowman taking on Rey Mysterio, Drew McIntyre, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Dirty Dom. In the next elimination tag match, Braun Breaker, Damian Priest, Gunther, and Karrion Kross taking on Santos Escobar, Big Bronson Reed, Omos, and Ilya Dragunov. In the Women's War Games match representing WWE, it'll be Ivy Nile, Shayna Baszler, Asuka, and Becky Lynch. Representing WCW, Raquel Rodriguez, Charlotte Flair, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair. And in the main event, the match where everything is on the line, the Men's War Games match, the Bloodline, captained by The Rock, representing WWE, taking on Cody Rhodes, Jey Uso, AJ Styles, and R-Truth, representing WCW, who will be the ultimate brand winner? We'll find out in just a few short hours. Now it's time to hear from the captain of Team WWE, the High Chief of the Bloodline, and your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, The Rock. The final boss wanting to have the final word before leading his team, his family, into War Games. The Rock, one time the people's champ. Now the people cannot stand this man. And he has said he's not happy just being in charge of and in control of the Bloodline. He wants to rule all of professional wrestling. And he wants everyone to acknowledge him as the High Chief. Gotta say that Rock and his Bloodline are gonna have their hands full with the team from WCW. Let's hear what The Rock has to say. He says back during the Monday Night Wars, he put WCW out of business once. And at Survivor Series, he's going to do it again. So Cody and your band of WCW rejects, get ready. Because it's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, the captain of Team WCW. And he says, Rock, when you talk about WCW going out of business, I don't think you realize what that did to my family and a lot of other families who lost the ability to put food on their tables. And he says it'll be over his dead body that he allows that to happen again. Rock says, after Survivor Series, when you acknowledge me, maybe I'll let you beg for my table scraps. The Rock, cocky as always, but that cockiness could come back to bite him, as in the back, main event Jey Uso is taking out The Rock's number one henchman, Jacob Fatu. Super kick. And R-Truth there as well. These two not waiting for Survivor Series, and you know the turmoil that The Rock has put Jay's family through. That's the number one reason why he wanted in on Team WCW. The opening shot has now been fired in this war between WWE and WCW.